There are two sets of stories that passengers are compelled to tell when they are in the mood. Stories about where they came from, and stories about where they are going. When one calculates the relativistic effects of interworld travel, it becomes less a matter of the past being another country. It is more that the past might just as easily be a cluster of smashed rocks tumbling through the darkness. A prince in hiding was once asked by a desert barbarian who he favoured about the world that he had left behind. When he started to answer her question and realised that she could have no idea of what an ocean was, he gave up and wisely chose to invent a lot of romantic lies about multi-storey car parks and fax machines. Their child was conceived that night on the basis of such fanciful tales. Stories about where you have come from are masks painted with the brightest pigments of memory. It is a medium that is difficult to control. It is as easy to stray over the lines through enthusiasm, aesthetic zealotry, or an imagined sense of audience. Away from the noisy competitive tables at O'Blarney's, in the cleansing glare of morning light, the masks melt away, leaving you a citizen of the present, with only a destination and a flight number. Stories about where you are going are still more fanciful. Many choose to believe that these reflect a decision on the part of the storyteller. They are designed to inform the audience that they are in the presence of a strong will, someone who is following a powerful destiny and who will claim what is theirs through fire and sword. This notwithstanding, the 3-month delay to their journey can be best understood as a period of testing, and yes, they would appreciate it if you stood them another drink while destiny pulls its socks up. Other stories tell of a push rather than a pull. The situation that the teller has come from had become intolerable. Political and economic strife, which were beyond their control, the malice of enemies, or those who they had thought of as friends, and who were also beyond their control. Other passengers would just admit that the place they came from is probably now just a cluster of smashed rocks tumbling through the darkness. They're usually far better adjusted than most of the storytellers who you meet. Where you are going to is beyond the horizon line, unimaginable. From up in an observation bubble with the galactic plane inclined correctly, even if you could identify which of those decimal points is your destination, there is still not much there with which to build a destiny. Where you are going to must remain a leap of faith. The jack of all trades nods at this, because a delay as long as the one you have experienced is not unusual. Not unusual at all.